English Paper 3, UGC NET JRF exam, December 2014, solved paper. December 214, English Paper 3, Directions. This paper contains 75 objective type questions of 2 marks each. All questions are compulsory. Number 1. This work was a satire in Ottawa Rima, attacking George III and Robert Southey. Identify the poem. Dunciad, The Vision of Judgment. C. The Child Harold's Pilgrimage. And D. Alistair. The correct answer is B. The Vision of Judgment. The Vision of Judgment is a satirical poem in Ottawa Rima by Lord Byron, which depicts a dispute in heaven over the fate of George III's soul. Number 2. Here's a famous exchange from Arthur Conan Doyle's Silver Blaze. Is there any point to which you would wish to draw my attention? To the curious incident of the dog in the night time. The dog did nothing in the night time. What was Sherlock Holmes' response? A. Nothing, nothing at all, rather unbelievable. B. That was the curious incident. C. Anything else at all. And D. That sounds rather curious, don't you think? The correct answer is B. Silver Blaze, one of the 56 Sherlock Holmes short stories written by British author Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. The tale is distinguished by its atmosphere, Dartmoor setting and late Victorian sporting milieu. It also features some of Conan Doyle's most effective plotting, hinging on the curious incident of the dog in the night time. Number 3. The shrill, demented choirs of waiting shells and bugles calling for them from sad shires. These lines are from Wilfred Owen's Strange Meeting. A. Strange Meeting. B. Futility. C. Anthem for Doomed Youth. And D. Duke A. Decorum East. The correct answer is C. Wilfred Anthem for Doomed Youth. Wilfred Edward Salter Owen was an English poet and soldier, one of the leading poets of the First World War. Among his best-known works, most of which were published posthumously, are Dulce a Decorum A, Insensibility, Anthem for Doomed Youth, Futility, and Strange Meeting. Number 4. In Afra Behn's Orinoco, how does the titular character die? A. He disembowels himself. B. He is whipped to death. C. He is hanged in the public square. And D. He is cut to pieces slowly by the executioner. The correct answer is C. Orinoco. C. That he is hanged in the public square. Orinoco is a short work of prose fiction by Afra Behn, published in 1688, concerning the love of its hero, an enslaved African in Suriname in 1660s, and the author's own experiences in the new South American colony. Number 5. The narrative of this novel is a meticulous present tense account of a woman with a death wish who plots the circumstances of her own violent murder. Identify the novel. A. Iris Murdoch's A Fairly Honourable Defeat. B. Muriel Sparks' The Driver's Seat. C. Doris Lessing, Children of Violence. and D. Angela Carter's The Passion of the New Eve. The correct answer is A and B, both. Iris Murdoch's Fairly Honorable Defeat and Muriel Sparks' The Driver's Seat. Number 6. The library where the Battle of Books takes place is A. St. James Library, B. King's Library, C. Sir William's Library, and D. Christchurch Library. The correct answer is King's Library. The Battle of Books is the name of a short satire written by Jonathan Swift and published as part of the Prolegomena to his A Tale of a Tub in 1704. It depicts a literal battle between books in the King's Library as ideas and authors struggle for supremacy. Number 7. In Sophocles' Oedipus Rex, the first scene finds Oedipus A. in conversation with the priest, B. in consultation with the general, C. giving audience to an ambassador, and D. in consultation with the minister. The correct answer is A. in conversation with the priest. Number 8. Who among Shakespeare's contemporaries did not write tragedies? A. William Kidd, B. John Lyly, C. Christopher Marlowe, and D. Ben Jonson. The correct answer is B. John Lyly. 1553 to 1554, November 1606, was an English poet, dramatist, playwright, and politician. Number 9. The Kite Runner, a novel by Khaled Hosseini, tells the story of A. Ahmad, B. Nadira, C. Amir, and D. Amroha. The correct answer is C. The Kite Runner is the first novel by Afghan-American author Khaled Hosseini, published in 2003 by Riverhead Books. It tells the story of Amir, a young boy from the Wazir Akbar Khan district of Kabul. Number 10. Thomas Babington Macaulay, the writer of the infamous Minute of 1835, finds a mention in Salman Rushdie's A. Midnight's Children, B. Shame, C. The Moor's Last Laugh, Last Sigh, and D. Fury. The correct answer is C. The Moor's Last Sigh. Number 11. The issue of privileging speech over writing was taken up for discussion in Plato's A. Ion, B. Republic Book 3, C. Republic Book 10, and D. Phaedrus. The correct answer is the Phaedrus, written by Plato, is a dialogue between Plato's main protagonist Socrates and Phaedrus. Number 12. The medium is the message is a concept given by A. Ernest Hemingway, B. Sylvia Plath, C. Seymour Hersh, and D. Marshall McLuhan. The correct answer is D. Marshall McLuhan. D. The medium is the message is a phrase coined by Marshall McLuhan, meaning that the form of a medium embeds itself in the message, creating a symbolic relationship by which the medium influences how the message is perceived. Number 13. Seamus Heaney's famous poem Digging forms a part of his celebrated collection called A. North, B. Death of a Naturalist, C. Field Work, and D. Door into the Dark. The correct answer is Death of a Naturalist. It is a collection of poems written by Seamus Heaney, who received the 1995 Nobel Prize in Literature. The collection begins with one of Heaney's best-known poems, Digging, and includes the acclaimed Death of a Naturalist and Midterm Break. Question number 14. The first major report on the teaching of English in England was published in 1921. It is known as Dash, named after the chair Board of Education Dash. A. The Newbolt Report by Sir Henry Newbolt. B. The Wood's Dispatch, Charles Wood, Lord Halifax. C. The Chatham Report, Earl Lord Chatham. D. The Landlord Documents, Sir George Landor. The correct answer is the A. Sir Henry John Newbolt was an English poet, novelist and historian. He also had a very powerful role as a government advisor, particularly on Irish issues and with regard to the study of English in England. Number 15. Who first developed the notion of competence in language studies? A. Del Haynes. B. Noam Chomsky. C. Leach and Swartwick, and D. Henry Sweet. The correct answer is B. Noam Chomsky. Linguistic competence is a system of linguistic knowledge possessed by native speakers of a language. It is in contrast to the concept of linguistic performance, the way the language system is used in communication. The concept was first introduced by Noam Chomsky, N-O-A-M, Noam Chomsky, C-H-O-M-S-K-Y. Number 16. The fruit was eaten, the fruit is ripening. Which of the following statements is or are correct? Number 1. English has two kinds of participle, the present and the past. English has three kinds of participle, the present, past and the future. Third, the first sentence here is an example of a verb in participle in past participle. The first sentence here is an example of a verb in the perfect tense. Number 5, the second sentence here is an example of a verb in present participle, and D, the second sentence here is an example of a verb in the continuous tense. The correct answer is C, that is 1, 3 and 5 are correct. 1, 3 and 5. That is, English has two kinds of participle, the present and the past. Number 3 is the first sentence here is an example of a verb in past participle. And number 5 is the second sentence here is an example of a verb in the present participle. In 1722, the Crown awarded a certain English merchant a patent to manufacture copper coins for Ireland. Jonathan Swift intervened by way of composing a series of letters in response, better known as the Drapier's Letters. Who was the merchant? A. Isaac Bickerstaff, B. William Bickerstaff, C. William Wood, and D. William Shaswell. The correct answer is William Wood. Drapier's Letters is the collective name for a series of 7 pamphlets written between 1724 and 1725 by the Dean of St. Patrick's Cathedral in Dublin, Jonathan Swift, to arouse public opinion in Ireland against the imposition of a privately minted copper coinage that Swift believed to be of inferior quality. William Wood was granted letters patent to mint the coin, and Swift saw the licensing of the patent as corrupt. Number 18. While the world moves in appetency on its metalled way of time past and time future, three lines. These lines are from A. The Little Gidding, B. Dry Salvages, C. Burnt Norton, and D. East Coker. The correct answer is C. Burnt Norton is the first poem of T.S. Eliot's Four Quartets. He created it while working on his play Murder in the Cathedral, and it was first published in his collected poems in 1909 to 1935. Number 19. The following is the stage description of an opening scene of a famous modern play. A basement room, two beds, flat against the back wall, a serving hatch closed between the beds, a door to the kitchen and lavatory, left a door to a passage right. Identify the play. The Importance of Being Earnest, B. Travesties, C. The Dumb Waiter, and D. Look Back in Anger. The correct answer is C. The Dumb Waiter. The Dumb Waiter is a one-act play by Harold Pinter, written in 1957. Number 20. Homonyms are words that A. are pronounced differently but have the same meaning, B. refer to both the male and the female of the human species, C. are spelled similarly but have different meanings, D. refer to people who live in houses with similar structures. The correct answer is C. Homonyms are words that sound like one another but have different meanings. Question number 21. Match the columns. Shakespearean and period. Actors in the Shakespearean: David Garrick, B. John Gielgud, C. Henry Irving, and D. Thomas Betterton. Period: the 19th century, 18th century, Restoration, and the 20th century. Codes. The correct code is A, that is 2 is to 4 and 1 is to 3. A is to 2. A is to 2, that is David Garrick, 18th century, John Gielgud, the 20th century, Henry Irving, 19th century, and Thomas Betterton, the Restoration. Question number 22. In his Structure, Sign and Play in the Discourse of the Human Sciences, Derrida is all praise for the Bricolier, Briccouleur, whom Levi-Strauss sees as a supreme methodologist, someone who uses the means at hand. Who does Levi-Strauss contrast Bricolier with in terms of method and approach? A. The botanist, the anthropologist, C. The engineer, and D. The semiotician. The correct answer is C. The engineer. Number 23. Hendrik Boll has something to say, and not of course merely something about the Germans. He says it several times. A common weakness of writers with something to say is their inability to understand that saying it 4 times is not necessarily 4 times as effective as saying it once, but to have something to say. How rare this is. D.J. Enright, 3 New Germans. From a reading of the above, the reader can deduce: A. Enright mildly disapproves of Hendrik Boll's saying not merely something about Germans. B. Enright is disappointed that Hendrik Boll has practically nothing to say about people other than Germans. 3. Enright agrees that Hendrik Boll shares a weakness with writers who prefer saying something 4 times to saying it once. And 4. Enright does not believe that saying something 4 times will necessarily make the same effective. The right combination according to the code is 3 and 4, that is 3 and 4. Enright agrees that Hendrik Boll shares a weakness with writers who prefer saying something 4 times to saying it at once, and 4 is Enright does not believe that saying something 4 times will necessarily make the same effective. Answer number question number 24. Michael Foucault's earlier archaeological study is found in A. Power on Knowledge, B. Social Theory and Transgression, C. The Birth of the Clinic, and D. Both Beyond Structuralism and Hermeneutics. The correct answer is The Birth of the Clinic. See, The Birth of the Clinic, an archaeology of medical perception, is a 1963 book by the French philosopher Michael Foucault. Number 25. Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison is widely recognized as a masterpiece. It is also one of the finest examples of A. Science fiction, B. Picturesque novel, D. Coming of age novel, and D. The crime thriller. The correct answer is C. Coming of age. Number 25. The Invisible 25. The number 25. Invisible Man is a novel by Ralph Ellison. It addresses many of the social and intellectual issues facing African Americans early in the 20th century, including black nationalism, the relationship between black identity and Marxism, and the reformist racial policies. Number 26. Match the following correctly. List A. Mulk Raj Anand, B. Raja Rao, C. Premchand, and D. Girish Karnad. List number 2. Prem Ashram, The Cat and Shakespeare, Coolie, and Nagamandala. The correct answer is C. Correct answer is C. That is Mulk Raj Anand wrote Coolie. Then B. Raja Rao wrote The Cat and Shakespeare. Premchand wrote Nagamandala and Girish Karnad wrote Prem Ashram. Number 27. From which of Sheridan's plays the following extract is taken? Lady Sneerwell. Why truly Mr. Clackett has a very pretty talent and a great deal of industry. Snake. True, madam, and has been tolerably successful in her day. To my knowledge, she has been the cause of six matches being broken off and 3 sons disinherited, of 4 forced elopements. Lady Sneerwell, she certainly has talents, but her manner is gross. The correct answer from this is A. The Rivals, B. The School for Scandal, C. The St. Patrick's Day, and D. The Critic. The correct answer is The School for Scandal. Number 28. Who from among the following has not been discussed by Simon de Beauvoir in The Myth of Woman in 5 authors? In the second sex. A. Montherlant, B. Lawrence, C. Stendhal, and D. Kafka. Kafka. 29. In a collection of essays, Orhan Pamuk shares how he writes his novels, tells about his friendship with his daughter, talks about his loneliness and happiness. Identify the text. The correct answer is A. Other Colors, The Silent House, The Black Book, and The White Castle. The correct answer is A. Other Colors. Number 30. 2 of the following plays won the Sultan Padamsee Prize for Indian plays in English. One is The Princess and Where There's a Will, Lawrence Sahib, Dungaji House. The right combination according to the code is A and D. A and D, that is 3rd and 4th and 1st and 4th. Who among the following is not an Australian writer? Morris West, B. Patrick White, C. Thomas Kennelly, and D. Bill Pearson. The correct answer is Bill Pearson. Bill Pearson was a New Zealand fiction writer, essayist and critic.